RPA is currently the fastest growing technology in the software industry, and it's estimated in the next 2 years to grow over 50%. That means by 2023, every business will know what RPA is, and about half of them will have some kind of RPA implementation within their own organization. What does this mean for you? It means you need to know what it is, how it works, and the best part, you don't have to be a tech genius. The STA Group will be hosting a webinar that will help shed some light on how it works and how you can take advantage of it without investing your time and money. This webinar will educate you on what RPA is and how you can take advantage of it for your business in less than 30 days. And we will do it all in 30 minutes. We have created a blueprint that will get you on the fast track to benefiting from this amazing technology overnight. There has never been anything like this. If you want to be ahead of the game and learn how to automate what you are already doing, then join us this month for an RPA 101 webinar. These 30 minutes will give you insight on how the Fortune 500 have been growing so fast year after year. There is a next level of automation, and it's called RPA. Join us this month for the 30-day blueprint to automation success.
Yeah.
What is up, man?
We are back.
We are back by popular demand, actually.
Yeah, really.
This was because we didn't record it yesterday. We had to come back and go live. We had a lot of people wanting more information about what we did. So we said, you know what? Let's go live and see what's up.
See, everything works out for a reason. You know, you got to think about it, because this is actually the best way that we should do it anyway, because it's evergreen. Now we can talk to people again.
That's it. That's absolutely right, man. Oh, Tapas, look, we already have people coming from Canada. So
what's up, Tapas? Yeah, I talked to this morning, actually, man. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. I think we're all over. We're on LinkedIn. We're on Facebook. We're on your Facebook, my Facebook, our company Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
We're on YouTube, and I'm not even on my Facebook, but I think it's going live on mine, right? So I'm pretty sure it is. So
yep.
We should all be connected there. But man, let's talk about yesterday, dog.
So, you know, what we're doing is we're educating people on a business technology that is literally transforming the world, but nobody really knows about it. It doesn't sound even rational. It's like, what are you talking about? But it's true. That's why you should listen, because it's one of those things where it won't be new forever. But right now it's making such an impact. And so we're going to go over this presentation again so our people can have it, use it. And if you got questions, write them down, ask them.
Let's talk about it. Or send us in the chat if you're live with us, wherever you are. If you're live, you know, when you see what we're doing, it has questions about you or your business, throw in the chat, and we'll be able to hopefully get. So for some reason, we're not getting all the chats on here. So if we don't get back to your chat, once this is over, we'll answer those questions. But hopefully we can get on here. Or if you don't see us answering your chat, jump on another channel on Rob's LinkedIn, our Facebook, our YouTube account. Just go to STA Group or Skeletal Automation. We should pop up. But yeah, man, let's do this. Let's run through this.
Rock and roll. So what is RPA? Let's just first break this down. You know, RPA is a very, very simple thing. Robotic process automation. The R stands for robotic. Robotic is anything that's repetitive. Think about anything mundane, any action or activity that's done over and over again. That's considered robotic. Process is whatever the process is. You got all kind of processes, but whatever that is from end to end. And then automation is automating it. And this is what the beauty of this technology is. And why it's important. Okay. First of all, earlier we said it's a technology that is impacting more businesses, but nobody knows about it. And I'm gonna tell you, it gets even more interesting. Not only do people not know about it, but it's right now, according to Gardner, who calculates the metrics for all these statistics, they say that RPA within the next few years, 50% of businesses will have it. At least
about it.
they'll know about it, they'll have it. But right now, less than 2% know about it. So what I was wrapping my mind around is, okay, so the stats are that over half the businesses will have it. Right now, it's impacting more businesses and more industries, but nobody knows about it.
That's right.
So the goal is you got to know about it. You got to understand the trend and understand how important it is. I was trying to wrap my mind around like how to explain it. And I was thinking about Blockbuster. I was thinking about Blockbuster and Netflix.
Yeah, hold on a second. Makita asked if does it work for small businesses just getting started? Absolutely, 100%. It works for any business, especially small businesses. It'll help you get started a lot faster. So yes, go ahead.
Yeah, any business, and what you'll find out is that the more things you have to do, the better it works for you.
That's right.
And so what's interesting is how Blockbuster, the trend was, it was coming and they didn't see it. The trend was people want to watch stuff online. The trend was convenience. Blockbuster didn't see that. And so they missed out, and they could have bought Netflix, but they missed out. Now Blockbuster's gone, Netflix takes over. This is the same kind of thing where businesses are starting to implement this technology because it's allowing them to move faster. It's allowing them to get more things done. It's allowing their employees and their teams to reallocate their energy to more valuable activities, which then improves the well-being of the people.
Yep. And not only that is you're right, the well-being of the people, but it takes their mind away from all those tasks they were doing before, mentally and physically. Mm-hmm. So they don't have to think about that anymore. And they can be more innovative. Their vision can be more towards creativity. So it's a lot that happens with RPA. And this chart right here, look at where we're at 2021. We're just started 2021, and look where it's going to be in 2027, dude. This is amazing. So
it's flying.
It is.
It's flying. And what's important about this, and why this is important to you, if you're in business or you have a business or even know somebody who's in business, what you're able to do right now is you're able to see we're at the beginning of a trend and we know where it's going. Mm-hmm. And so we're at the beginning of a trend, and we know that it's spiking. And so getting educated, how do you do that? So Wilton's getting to break some things down and give you some insight. And so you're going to get questions. You should ask them, unpack anything that's in your mind and then immediately take action with this information. It's very important that you take action with the information, not go buy some software, not just, even if you don't use us, the most important thing I want you to do is continue to get educated. And you can use us to get educated because we have a community too. Wilton will kind of talk about business empowerment community where it's just education. We want you to, no matter what industry you're in, get educated about this technology, because the moment you do, you're instantly going to understand how you can leverage it.
That's right.
So
100%. So, what we'll do is I'll go ahead and add, let me see if I do this right. Is it up? Yeah, it's up. Yep. All right. And we'll just have a dialogue, and I'm going to skip through this. I'm not going to do the same presentation we did yesterday as far as going through each one. I'm going to sort of fly through it. We'll have a conversation on each one of them.
Yeah.
But, what's very unique right now, and what most people don't even know, is how fast it is to implement, and the struggles, which we'll go here in a while, that where it comes with RPA struggles, is that the dialogue between the development team and the company, it's miscommunication, or they're not staying on top of it. So it just falls to the wayside, and it becomes like, okay, well, let me answer that in a couple of days. And by then we moved on, or, other development companies have moved on to other things. And when they get back to us, we have to put them back in the queue, and we have to find a place to put them because we've already moved on, because they're dragging their behinds.
Right.
And we see it happen all the time. But the ones that stay on top of us, and we create a process or a blueprint for people to stay connected with us and us to stay connected with them. If they use that simple connection that we made, we've seen how fast it can be developed. Quick. So, it's growing, and we're part of that whole growth, which is huge. And I think that, once people understand the benefits of it, they're going to see how impactful it can be. And the basic benefits are the reduced cost. I mean, honestly, any company right now, you can automate at least 30% of what they're doing. If they have at least 3 to 4 or more employees, they can automate at least 30% of what they're doing currently.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, the accounting, the medical, insurance, those industries you're seeing a huge automation opportunities there, because you can automate up to 70% of what they're doing, because everything is data processing.
Data process.
All of it. So, and it takes care of about 75%. It does 75% more than what a full-time employee will do. So, I mean, it can cover as much as that, allowing those employees to move on to bigger and better things, which is a better customer experience, which means they can free themselves up completely, which we talked about earlier, of their mind and their body, from head down to head up talking,
And the moment you make that shift from head down to head up, it changes everything. It changes how you think, your perspective, your performance. And so you start to see a whole type of different environment because of this technology.
Exactly. And of course, there's lower risk. I mean, there's no errors, the whole bit. I mean, it's a game changer, right? So there's you can work 24/7, 365 days a year, and not calling sick, not doing the vacations. There's so many opportunities you can do with RPA that people aren't realizing that there is.
No water breaks.
No water breaks, no smoke breaks, no texting, no social media. So the list goes on and on. Yeah. So not only can you automate the current processes, but you can literally allow people to do so much more, because we just eliminated all these mundane type things. Look at that. Matthew, greetings from Ireland. Beautiful.
Greetings, man, from Maryland.
So great to have you on here, man. Thanks for joining us. And people are probably wondering, well, what's RPA? How can we use it in our company? Anybody running a company, owns a company, leading a department, whatever the case may be, there's certain things that you can find out areas that you can find out where RPA candidates are. Very simple. If it's rule-based, basically, if it's something that you do every time, you could train somebody to do it. Bam, 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 bam. You could train somebody to do it. That's rule-based. If it's rule-based, you can do it. If it's a readable input, which is a digital format, like if it's in Excel spreadsheet, if it's in a Word doc, PDF, any of these type of digital formats, all that can be automated. So if you're working with the PDF or an invoice or all these different things, you have to put that information into an application, and then you put the application into an Excel spreadsheet, and then from Excel spreadsheet you have to put it into Google Docs and all these different things. Those are all tasks that you have to do manually. Well, guess what? This right here can automate all that for you, right? Mm-hmm. So anything that you're doing every single day or every week or weekly, if you know that you come into work and you already have a mindset, I got to do this all week, those are automatically RPA candidates. If you've been doing it over and over and over again, it's automated. You can automate.
Yep.
What you don't want to do is if you have a process that's broken, you don't want to automate it. So, we got to fix this process. It's automated. That doesn't work that way.
That's like automating a bad habit. You don't want to do that.
It's automating a bad habit. But what you want to do is, you want to automate. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Just automate it. And then after you automate it, then improve it.
Right.
Then improve it. Right. Because first of all, if you walk into someone's office and you say, I want to automate all these processes, they're going to say, okay, well, wait a minute. I don't want you to interrupt what we're doing. We've been doing this for years. And we go in there and say, we don't change up what you're doing. Just show us what you've been doing for years, and it's automated. That's it.
Yeah.
And then once it's automated, then you'll be like, oh, okay, now we can improve it. We can go on. Oh, in fact, we had one this morning. One of our clients this morning, we automated one of his processes, right? And and he saw how fast we did it, because it took him another company that he was working with, another RPA company he was working with, 6 months, right? We did it in 2 weeks. And we told him about a couple of weeks ago, do you want us to have a email notification at the end of this? He's like, no, that's okay. But the minute he saw how fast we can do it, it's like, by the way, can you add the email notification? Also, can you add the PDF in there? And when you have the PDF, when they sign on that, when they look at it, open it, can you have it go to our CRM? We can see it's open. And we're doing all that now. So it's like he understands it now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's the great thing about it. So those are different things. The ROI is ridiculous, to be honest with you. I mean, one of our clients has a 250%, almost 250% ROI in the first year, which is crazy. Most of them are over 100, 135% of ROI, which is amazing. But the immediate benefits happen right away.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's a lot of hangups. And we've had experience on this ourselves. Both of us had this experience where, a lot of things have failed. And the main reasons why it fails is right away we find a process we want to automate, and it's very high complex. First of all, it takes a lot of time to understand it on their end, right? So you haven't educated them yet, so they're still trying to figure it out. So you don't want to automate a high complex one. Low hanging fruit, something that takes you an hour, 2, 3, maybe 2 hours a day to do or more, 2, 3 hours a day. Those are considered low hanging fruit.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing invoicing, you have 3 or 4 people doing invoicing all the time. Now that's a long, complex one, right? But one that's taking you about an hour a day, just to show you, so you can get an idea of how it works. You can be educated. You can see how we work. You got to see if we're a good fit for your company. So it's a win-win for everybody, right? And then another failure is lack of experience. There's not very many people experienced in RPA.
Yeah.
And the ones that are in the enterprise world, and they're expensive as heck, right? So, but having someone that you can talk to,
that's big.
It's huge, especially not the ones that say, I've been in RPA, I know how it works, I have the data, but if they have not experienced what it takes to go through it, all the failures and all that, all they're doing is reading information. So having someone that's really experienced in it is so important. And of course, the communication we talked about earlier. If you communicate directly, it's going to be huge, which is 70% of it, and the rest you see right there. So there's a lot of failures, but those top 3 are so important. And we had fun with this one, and we're working with Electronic and Sage. Sage has a program called 20 for 20. We're doing the development for the clients there, and we had a webinar. Was it last week? It was last week, right, Rob?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Last week. And we were thinking we wanted to. They wanted us to do a use case of one of the clients that we had using the Sage software, and we had Sage 50. But we were like, okay, let's do something different, because we're already doing that. Let's do something different. And then Raphael, which is the regional, I forget his title, but he's big time. He's one of the big dogs up in Sage, and he's an RPA expert. He introduced us, say, hey, well, you know what we'd like to do is find a way to be able to import contacts from other accounting software into our software. So we said, what does it look like? So he walked us through the process, saying this is what it looks like, and this is what we wrote it down. So when he was talking he told us, we mapped this out. We built this workflow, basically log into we used QuickBooks for this one. Log into QuickBooks. We exported the Excel spreadsheet. We had to validate the data and then manually data map it. So those 2 processes alone are long because you have to validate the data. So you got to make sure the data that you have in there is right, and then you have to map it out to make sure you upload it the right way into Sage. So that's a process.
Mm-hmm.
And the more clients you have, the longer it takes, right? So we did, I think, 14. I think it was 14. And just having 14 clients, how long will that take you to get their information and put it up into Sage, right? But then you have to log into Sage, and then you have to upload into the Sage software. So that's the manual process. If you see, it's all manual work there. But what we did is we turned around and we automated. Well, we built the design to automate it, and that's it right there. So it does the same thing, except a couple of things. Once it validates the file, if it succeeds, it'll go through. If it doesn't, it'll go to we call a gatekeeper, or the person that's in charge of this. It'll let them know why it didn't go through. It'll have the error there, say it didn't go through because X, Y, and Z. That person go back and fix X, Y, and Z, hit submit again, it'll come through, and then it should pass through and map it out, and then import to Sage, and then all of a sudden go to the successful. If it's success in the import, it'll let you know. If it's not, again, it'll tell you X, Y, and Z didn't work. You fix that, boom, and you'll never have to have that problem again because now it's fixed. So that's basically it. And then we have, which I'm not going to go into too much. I don't know if we have time. Let me see. This right here. Can you guys see it? Can you see it, Rob?
Yep. You see it.
Let me see. So this is the back end. This is what the back end looks like. Let me see if I can play this. I'm not sure I can play it. Let me see. No, it's not letting me play it. So, which is fine. But we can. I don't think we can play these. It's not letting me play it.
No, he had to upload as a file initially first. Next time we'll do that.
Gotcha. So we'll just leave this on here. But in the meantime, we'll talk about it. So we have a video that shows the back end of the workflow we just showed you on how it's built. And once you understand how it's built in the back end, you'll see the complexity that we have to do to build it. And then we showed a video how it looks on the user end. So how you can trigger the bot and it does everything for you. So we have that. So I don't know how we'll share this, but we'll put it in our video on our YouTube account. Maybe attach it to this and let you see it from there, so you can actually see it. The great thing about this one is that the idea of this workflow that we just showed you, we thought about that. It's been about a month. We thought about it, right? We talked about it. But when we did the webinar last Monday, they said we thought about, you know what? Let's don't do one with Sage 50. Let's do this one. We built it for Monday, and by Thursday to present it, it was already built. So we built it in 3.5 days, that quick. So it wasn't that long, that hard to build. And if we can upload thousands and thousands of clients into Sage now, we know we did the 14 clients in less than 2 minutes. So in that video would have showed you that it was less than 2 minutes to do exactly the whole mapping we showed you and upload all those clients into Sage. So that's how fast it works. That's exactly how fast it works. And this is the process that we take in order to make it happen. And in order for us to have that 30 days to automate, we take that first conversation, which is a discovery call. We have a conversation. We send you a discovery questionnaire. You fill that out. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing. We basically design a workflow around that information that you share with us in the discovery call. We might email you a couple of times if we don't understand a couple of things, but it would just be via email. Within the next day or two, we like to get back on a. We already have a call. We already have a scheduled call for the design, so we can show you exactly what we mapped out. And then once we map it out, you like it, great. If you don't, we'll make the changes we need to. You want to move forward, we sign a mutual NDA, and then we go to work. So and then from that point, the communication part we talked about was creating that the Microsoft Teams. We have Microsoft Teams. We can bring you as a guest. You can get notified via email. You can be notified directly from Teams, the whole bit. So there's not a problem with us communicating with you directly. And the minute we communicate with you, within that hour or two time frame, we're working on your bot. So that turnaround time, if you can get back to us in that 1 hour or 2 hours, it happens fast. In fact, one of the clients that we have, well, a couple of them, but one in particularly, didn't believe that we can do it within a month. And we didn't do it within a month. We actually did it within 2 weeks. But it took them 6 months to do it with another vendor, another RPA developing company, and they only had 70% success rate. We did it in 2 weeks, and we had 100%.
So it took them 6 weeks. So 6 months. 6 months they got the 70% success rate. In 2 weeks we got to 100% success rate.
Right.
And what we did, we diagnosed what the issue was, and it's just communication. I mean, it came down to communication with the customer and actually asking the right questions. You know. Yeah.
That's it. It was just communicating. It was just like, and that was where you see from day 4 to day 21, where we emails, we have chats, we have give us the credentials to start developing this, logging into the system, the whole bit. And he was so good at communicating with us. Within an hour or two, he gave us that information, and we built it. He was blown away. We're waiting for that testimony, which he said he's going to give us. But he was blown away by how fast we did it. So that's basically it. Within the third week, we try to have a demo. We do a bunch of internal demos. So we do testing on our side before we even go to demo. We got to make sure all the air handlings are happening, all the what ifs are done, everything's covered. That way, come the third week, we're ready for demo.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do the demo, we see we need to make some tweaks on there. And what I mean by tweaks is that it's not working correctly the way you want it to work. But if it's working, we say, hey, let's go live and we can make the tweaks on the back end.
Right.
If it's working right now, there's no reason to hold it up. Let's go live. It's going to already save you time. You don't have to do this. So usually probably within, honestly, everyone that we've mapped this out with and has stayed on this course, we've completed within 30 days. We're working on a major one right now that we thought was going to take at least 2 months. We're going on, what is today? The 31st. 31st. We're going on 25 days. We start on the 4th. What is that? 26 days, 27 days.
Mm-hmm.
And we're done. And that was a very high complex one. But the communication between us and our IT team was solid. And that's where the training comes in. Is like we're working with our IT team. We build the main part of the process, which is about what was it, like 12 or 13 vendors. They have like 700 vendors, but 12 of them are about 65% of their business. We built that out for them. And once we built it out for them, now that 65-70% is already done. They don't have to worry about it. And we train them. Now their IT team can build the rest of those small little, the rest of the 30% that they have to take care of, 35%, which are very small ones. And we moved on to the other vendor, to the other process. So we build it, we train them, and we support them. So that we also have that package too. So it's a huge game changer, man. It's been big. This is something that we've been working on for quite a while. This we can go over. I guess people would like to understand this a little bit more. We did a law firm. We saved them about 40 hours a week doing 2 processes, and we built it in 1 month. Property management company working on the 4th process. It looks like we're going to be able to save them about almost 250%. The ROI is going to be 250% in the next 12 months. Accounting firm, 25 plus employees. These employees, they have multiple contracts with different clients. So there's a lot of moving parts. We built that in less than a month and 100% success rate. The real estate has 100 some listings. We built that that's the one we built in 2 weeks. And before it took them 6 months. And then of course the grocery stores that we're working with have 13 locations. They're working on over 700 vendors. We've already built that process out for them in less than a month, and we're working on the second process. So those are things that we've happened with our clients. Testimonies we already have or we'll be getting. In fact, I think we played one yesterday, but not sure. But like Rob said earlier, we have a community. There's a lot throwing at you. It's like, hey, there's a lot going at you right here. So I think the best thing to do is connect with us on our community.
Yeah, that way you can digest and get the information as the way you want to consume it. And whether you want to go fast, slow, or whatever, the most important thing is that you get the information. So the community is a great way for you to get it. Also connect with us. You can ask direct questions.
That's
it's even better than Google. Google, you ask a question, but sometimes you don't really know what to ask. Right here, we'll put you in the right direction no matter what.
We'll put you in the right direction. And we are in the big circles of all the people that are part of RPA. So the stuff that's not even out on Google yet, we have access to, right? And I think Dimitri just shared our community right here. So there's our community. You can go there. You can go to our community. Go Skill Through Automation, and I think if you go to support, is that right? Under support, I don't even know. We're building our website even more now. Under support and go to community, it's there. But there's a shortcut right there that Dimitri just put up there. Thank you, brother.
Yeah. He also put up the discovery questionnaire. So, and this is a link. So, a couple of things with this link. This link helps us to understand, what you're working with, and helps you to actually understand the issue that you need to have solved. And so, puts us both on the same page, and that way we can get to this solution in less than 30 days, as we've been talking about.
Right, and those that aren't on LinkedIn, here's the discovery questionnaire in the chat right now. It's in YouTube. It's on Facebook. If you go to Skeletal Automation on Facebook or STA Group on YouTube, you'll be able to get that link as well. So it's all set up there too as well. But this is a great community because you'll be able to learn a lot. You'll be able to communicate a lot. And the great thing about it is that we're not going to try to sit down there and sell you. We don't have to sell you, right? It's just information. When you're ready to talk, you can talk, but we don't have a sales pitch. We don't have anything like that. It's information and education.
Yep.
That's all it is. There's nothing more, so you're not going to have to worry about if I get on here, well, these guys have to try to sell me. Am I going to be getting calls and emails all the time? That's not us at all. This is a selling free zone, sell-free zone. And all we're doing is trying to support you in your journey and trying to answer any questions you may have. Eventually, we hope we have your business, but even if you don't go with us, I mean, I don't know if there's any, I would say, and I'm not going to, we pretty much create a good blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
There's other vendors out there, other development companies out there that you can go to or you might already be working with. There might be that 1% on here that's working with them, right? And if they are, go to our community, learn more, so you can take that information back to them and say, hey, I found this out. Can you do this? I found this out. Can we do this? So it's a lot easier to pass that on to them, so they'll know that you are on top of everything. And of course, this is it came out a little different on this one, didn't it? Google Docs, but it's all good. Like Rob said earlier, RPA is the fastest growing technology in the software industry. It's booming. You saw that number. You saw what he showed earlier. In fact, it's right here. Let me pull it back up. That right there. If you see that, we're at 2021, right? Look where that sucker is going in the next 5-6 years.
That's wild.
It's crazy. And the thing about this came out before the pandemic. Even with us and with the circle, the RPA circle, they see how fast the trend has taken off. So these numbers will change. The next census that come out,
oh yeah,
those numbers are going to definitely change.
It has. Everything digital has been accelerated. Everything digital.
It has. I mean, look what people are doing now. Half of them, even if we're going back to our new normal, people are already used to, curbside delivery, home delivery, ordering, I mean, and all these companies are preparing for the next pandemic.
Right.
So they're preparing. So if everybody has to stay home, I want to make sure I keep my business open. Technology is doing that. But allowing RPA to automate your current processes is giving you the opportunity to think about it, to invest in it, into things that you can help improve your business. So it really is a true game changer.
Yeah. If
you want to reach us, I mean, there's our numbers. RPA, it's real easy. RPA is Skeletal Automation. That's it. RPA is Skeletal Automation.
Yep.
It is the fastest growing by far. Accounting firms and accounting departments are the ones are the ones on the front track of this. They're the ones that are really blowing up in this industry. We're working with a lot of accounting firms, but we're working with also other industries, but we're also working with some of their accounting departments because that's where it's really needed. And that's where the POC, which is a proof of concept, is where we start off. So now they get an aha moment, and then it starts expanding throughout their organization. So that's pretty much it. Oh, and our affiliate program. Our affiliate program is pretty cool. I was going to say another word, but I forgot we're live. But what it is very simple. If you have a network of people that you can talk to that know about their business, or that owns a business, All you have to do is have a conversation and a link. Have a conversation saying, hey, you got to get on the call and see what these guys are doing. It's a 30-minute call, max 30-minute call, just to see what they're doing. And we provide you with a customized link so they can fill out this questionnaire for us that we talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
When they fill out that questionnaire, when we have that conversation with them, we're already ready to go. We're ready to go. So it's that simple. I mean, there's nothing else to it, right, Rob? I think that's
no. I mean, it's simple as having a conversation, with somebody, especially so our consultants, business consultant people who currently working with businesses are loving this because they're serving, and so that's primary. But even if you just know somebody, you sharing the link, it's pretty much self-explanatory. After that, we walk them through. You can follow along so that you can see what's going on, and very soon thereafter, there's more smiles.
That's it. A lot more smiles.
Yeah.
Let me put this. I'm going to put this for all of our Facebook and our YouTube followers. Because I know Dimitri, thank you for putting that link for LinkedIn. But here is our link for the affiliate program. If you want to set up a meeting, so if you want to set something up where we sit down and we chat with you and just give you an idea of what our affiliate program is, there it is. It's in there for you. We'll be able to share exactly what we're doing. And but man, it's we're doing this because yesterday we didn't record it, and halfway through we recorded, but we got a lot of requests on, hey man, can you run this again? Can you do it again? So we decided to go live. But we will be having our RPA 101 the last Tuesday of every month. And I think in April is the 27th, if I'm correct. Let me pull that map up real fast. Yes, it's the 27th of April. So we're going to share this in more detail. It's still going to be a 30-minute presentation. We'll have a new use case. We'll have some new information. So it's not going to be the same thing over and over, because we're going to show you what we've done since the last time we were on we had a live. So everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to be different. So I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Anything I need to add?
Every week, every month you learn. Every month, but I say every day. Make sure you learn and learn every day. But every month we're going to be teaching deeper, so that you can really get an understanding of what this is and how to utilize it. Because once you get it, oh, you got it.
You got it.
If you implement one, we call them digital employee, then you just start to put them all over the place. And before you know it, it's just like you just transform your business. It sounds crazy, but hey, we're in the era of crazy.
We are. We are in the era of crazy.
So
crazy and innovative.
Yep. Yep.
And I think that what's crazy is the workflow we just showed. Raphael told us about it. This is what we want to do. We took an idea and we built it in 4 days, 3.5 days. We took an idea and we built it. And that's what I'm trying to let people understand is like, listen, when you have a process, you already have a process. It's not even an idea. It's already been proven.
Yep.
Right? Just show us what you've already been doing and we'll automate it. And your employees, and you will thank us later, because we see it on a regular basis. And we're blessed to be in this position, and we're blessed to be able to cater to the SMB market, the small, medium-sized businesses, because this has always been, if you look at anything, if you Google RPA, mark my word, 10 times out of 10, you're going to see enterprise somewhere in there. You're not going to see SMB market in there at all.
Yeah.
At all. You're not, unless it's something that we published. I don't know any other company that has done that.
Yeah.
Every call that I'm on and you're on, we just sit back and listen, because it's almost like they're talking a different language that we know that anybody that we're trying to cater to won't listen to. It's like, hey, listen, that's all enterprise. That doesn't affect me.
Right.
So, but we understand how we can grab that information that we've learned from these enterprise geniuses, because trust me, they're geniuses up there for sure. But we take that information and being able to bring it down to the SMB market where no one's playing.
Yep.
No one's playing this game, right? So that's been the fun part. Is like we can take that information that they're serving the enterprise, since we already have our blueprint already built. Say, okay, we can do that here. We can do that here. We
Take
can do that.
and get the same treatment to the little guys.
That's it.
Even the playing field.
That's it. And we are blessed to have enterprise clients. So I'm not going to say that it's we're only servicing them, but our passion is small, medium-sized businesses.
Right.
That's our passion. And the thing about it is that we treat our enterprise clients like our mom and pop clients. The client that we have 3 employees, 2.5 employees.
Yep.
That's our smallest one. I think we have 3.5, then they go up to like 5, like 50, 250, 500, and then 1,000. So we have everything in between, but that 1,000 employees has the same treatment as the 2.5 employees, the same support, the same service. So there's no difference. No difference. And that's something that we pride ourselves on. So yeah, man, it's been a game changer, man, and loving what we're doing. I wake up every morning blessed to know that we're able to do this, and that we have a team that behind us, which is, can't say enough about our team, man. Our development team is just top notch, and we're bringing in 2 more developers that are ready to rock and roll. We brought on one. We brought on one in March, and within a month he was already. Oh no, he brought him in February. No, March. It was March. It was middle of February. It was middle of February, and he's already knocking things out. We brought another one last month, and she's killing it. She's killing it.
Yes.
And then we're bringing on 2 more now. This is in April. So it's like, and they're picking up so fast, but they have the love to help people, man. The thing about it is like,
that's the thing right there. They have the love to help people.
That's it.
It's not just that they're skilled and talented, but they got a heart for people. So now you get the hearts in alignment with the skills and expertise and everyone's uniqueness, and you get a kick butt technology. Come on, man. There's a convergence that you can't. I mean, you could. This is the season, 21st century right now. This is the time.
This is the time. It really is, man. And I think that once people understand what this is capable of doing, it's almost like a kid in the candy store. You never want to leave, right? And we've seen it. We've seen that we're not even finished with one process. They're already working on another. Hey, we have another one ready to go. It's like, okay, let's finish this one first. So we already have people that are having like kids in the candy store happy to move forward because they are feeling the benefits and getting the value that they never even thought was possible. I mean, we have our clients saying, I never even thought this was possible. And it's possible. So, it's been a definitely game changer. Love what we're doing. Everyone that we work with is love what we're doing. In fact, we turned away some good talent because it wasn't about the people. We felt that it wasn't about the people. They didn't fit the vibe that we wanted. That's all I'm gonna say. They didn't fit the vibe, and we know that their first thought was that I want to help somebody else. I want to help somebody out. But the team that we've already built right now, and it's growing, man. I mean, I think we're going to be at least 10 deep by end of April, something like that. 10 12 deep.
Yeah.
Dude, it was just me and you at this time last year.
Yeah.
At this time 6 months ago, wasn't it? No.
Exponential growth, man. Exponential.
Yeah. It's growth. But the way we're going right now, I mean, we already have our goals set, and we already know what we're doing in the future. So we know we're going to be at the end of this year. We're just blessed that we were able to be put in this position and have a team. I mean, have a backing support of a company like Electronics to be able to bring that service to the SMB market, that software to the SMB market, so we can service them.
Yep.
And the great thing about it is that we're a premier developing company for them, and we're getting, we're talking to businesses all over the world because of them. We were in Dubai a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
In Dubai, and in Canada, and gosh, where else? There's another country I can't remember, but we've already just from them, you know,
Nigeria.
and then us. We have clients in India, where we talk to Australia, of course, Canada. So we had, and of course the U.S. I mean, we quite a few. And so we're all over, but we're global now. We're and we weren't expecting. We were expecting it, but we weren't planning on it this early. Our plan was let's penetrate the U.S. Let's focus on the U.S. market now. But now we have other companies reaching out to us, say, hey, we need to bring you over here because we have 30, 40 companies I want you to talk to because your service fits exactly what they need. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. That's, so it's huge, man. It's huge. So that's about it. What else are we going to cover? Is that about it?
Man, I think we hit it. The goal was to go over this RPA 101, that open the door for our affiliates to get in and serve and share. And this is an opportunity for you to help yourself, help company. It's like a win-win-win for everybody. So this is the opportunity to just learn and grow. And so this is our opening of the door to our community, our opening a door to possible collaborative partnerships, and our opening the door to be able to service you in less than 30 days if that's what you are needed to do.
That's it. Our affiliate program is huge, man. I think it's so important if you're a consultant, if you have a network of businesses, this is huge. It really is. I mean, we've already seen it happen where consultants or affiliates coming back to us and say, man, this is helping our clients big time. We had a call this morning with a gentleman, Dennis, give you some love. And he's ready to jump on because he's already identified from his clients that he knows, I have a client that's doing this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and they're bringing this over here. Can we automate that? Absolutely can. He walked us through the process quick. He's like, all right, let's get it going. Let's get it going. So it happens that fast. It really does. So, guys, if you're interested in knowing more about us, connect with us. You'll find us. I mean, we're Skeletal Automation, STA Group. Go to skeletalautomation.com. Go to our LinkedIn pages, whatever, our Facebook pages. Well, you're on Facebook, so you'll get them.
There should be links right here. There should be links to go ahead and book a calendar link and go ahead and schedule yourself and keep moving forward. That is the goal. Keep moving forward.
That is the goal. And so we'll go ahead and send them out. I think I uploaded that video, Rob, to see if it works. It's a video that we put some use cases together, give you an idea of what it is and a testimony at the end. It's about 5 minutes. It has a countdown because we play this at the beginning of our our webinars. But when you get the countdown, it's going to go off screen. But we wanted to share this with you, let you know, and then if you have any questions, just reach out to us. So, any last words, Rob?
That is it. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah. All right, good. I saw myself
three times. I heard you all three times.
Good. No, man, I was going to say, it's not a broken record, but it is a recording. Take action. Learn and take action. Learn and take action. That is the key to life.
Key to life. All right, brother. Well, I'll see you on the other side here in a minute. And then I'm going to play this video for him. It's about 5 minutes. There's two different use cases, a testimony. I think you'll get some insight on this. And then we'll probably catch up with you guys next week. Take care. Peace.
Patrick works in the accounting department at a company that pays a lot of invoices every month to service providers. Each invoice is due within 30 days. Every person on Patrick's team spends about 16 hours a week manually processing invoices to try to meet payment deadlines. Done manually, the process starts when invoices are received electronically through a web portal. Then the accounts payable team has to manually validate each invoice. They apply more than 30 controls to check things like, are there 9 characters in the tax number? Does the provider information match the database? Is every field filled in? Is the VAT calculated correctly? Is there an existing budget assigned to this provider? With so many controls, manually processing all those invoices was taking up valuable time for Patrick and his team every week. The company ended up paying many invoices late, which meant incurring extra fees. With a robotic process automation tool, the process was made much simpler for Patrick and his company. The same Excel spreadsheet used to manually record an invoice's status can guide a bot to perform the same controls. Watch as the Automate bot runs through these checks. It goes through each control quickly, checking between the invoicing software and CRM. Then it updates the Excel file if there are no errors. If there are errors, Automate emails the appropriate team so they can take action. This company not only was able to pay their invoices on time, but every person on Patrick's team got back 16 hours per week to spend on more valuable tasks. How could your company benefit from automating its invoicing processes?
And offboarding bot to handle their hiring and termination processes. During the hiring process, the HR manager sends the offer letter via email to the new sales agent. In that email, there's a link that will allow the sales agent to complete all the necessary forms related to hiring, such as the W-9. Once these forms are completed, it triggers the bot to go into action. The bot then reaches out to the hiring manager to confirm the hiring details. When the hiring manager replies to the bot's email, the bot then logs into DocuSign and sends the new employee both a non-disclosure agreement and their independent contractor agreement for signature. Once these documents have been signed, the bot then adds the employee information into the company database. It then logs into the company Office 365 account as an administrator and sets up the new employee's email and SharePoint access. It then logs into the company's Vistaprint account and orders their business cards. Next, it logs into the company's CRM account as an administrator and sets up the new employee's profile. It then sends the instructions to the new employee on how to access his company email and CRM. It also provides technical support for the new employee throughout the entire setup phase. Once the employee has access to the company email, the bot then initiates the online training program for new hires in the company's learning management system. Until the training is completed, the bot continues to monitor the training progress of the sales agent. Once that training is complete, the bot sends an email to the hiring manager notifying her of the new sales agent's readiness to start. All of this is accomplished with a single offer email from HR and a confirmation email from the hiring manager. The opposite is also just as simple. The termination is triggered by an email from the HR manager to the bot. The bot then deactivates the sales agent's email access and CRM access. Next, it updates the company records in the database, and then sends a contract termination letter via DocuSign. Once completed, the bot reports back to the HR manager to confirm that offboarding has been completed. These are just two of the many custom solutions that we have designed and created for our clients.
My name is Marvin Romero. I'm a small business owner. I have a personal injury firm with 2 employees, and I came across Scale Through Automation on LinkedIn. I wasn't sure if they'd work with small businesses because they already were doing things on a larger scale, but I reached out to Wilton Rogers and his team anyway. We met in early December. They told me they could help out my small business and we could automate some processes that were actually taking up a lot of our time. So we had a meeting the first week of December. After that meeting, I received a questionnaire, filled out that questionnaire. Within a week, we had a Zoom meeting where we talked about all the things that the bot should be able to do, what the automated process would entail, and what I actually wanted to accomplish. 7 days or less from that date, we actually had a bot to look at and a demo to run. And within 3 weeks and before Christmas, we had an automated process for the business. It was amazing to see that the team came together and put together an automated process within 30 days and also during the month of Christmas. Scale Through Automation definitely came